We're back with another one. It say Desi Banks exposed the most ad controversy explained. What?
Desi Banks have been sending, quite frankly, teethless cease and desist all morning to small content creators like this.
I heard a little
He's
bit of
sending
something.
cease and desist to YouTube.
I don't know the full story though. Do your homework on Flacco. About to break it down for us. Shout out to Poetic Flacco, that boy. You know what I mean? Now they in the comments cooking Flacco's hairline.
How y'all joking on this man, bro?
Leave my boy alone. Everybody ain't gonna have no perfect hairline. Do your homework on Beijing.
Channels with barely 1,000 subscribers, which
Y'all
means
tweaking.
his team is literally searching up his name in YouTube, and they're just sending cease and desist to any content creator who covered the Gray Zone article about him. The Gray Zone article was accusing Desi Banks of being in cahoots with Mossad recruitment ads for Iranians. So the article will say that days after anti-government rioters spread mayhem across Iran.
Now listen, I don't understand. Like, I try not to dive too much into like wars and like super big politics because that should be sometimes that'd be kind of depressing for them gray. So I don't really know everything. So hopefully y'all could tell me in the comments, or y'all could just hopefully I just.
Israel Mossad published a new series of Farsi language online recruitment ads that Israeli Foreign Intelligence Services has taken partial credit for the deadly unrest, pledging in a December 29th Twitter X post that his agents were in the field with protesters.
Jesse Banks has finally commented on the affair, claiming ignorance on how his LLC.
Now it is escalating its infiltration efforts by soliciting spies inside Iran and throughout the Persian diaspora.
007.
So pretty much Israel wants a regime change in Iran, right? They want to overthrow the current people in charge, and they're doing so, right? You know, from within. You know, they're having spies, they're doing protesting, and Iran is responding back by just murdering protesters. But Israel is recruiting people fast, and they're using, you know, Google ads to recruit people, you know, to be Mossad agents who can go to Israel and infiltrate from within. But the problem is these foreign intelligence, you know, they don't have like their own ad accounts, right? Because obviously you can't have your own ad account, right? Obviously you can't have your own ad account, right? You know, because that puts like your national intelligence at risk. So they have to utilize certain people's ad accounts, right? You know, they will pay you to utilize your ad account.
So they paying Desi Banks?
If they're paying you to utilize your ad account so they could recruit from Mossad agents, well, it's public knowledge, right? You know, is like not a secret. People can see, you know, where the ads are coming from. They can see who ad accounts is being used.
Okay, let me figure out what Mossad is.
Gray Zone was able to uncover
What's going on, bro? That's why
that Desi Banks ad accounts were being used to recruit Mossad agents in Iran, okay? So if we scroll down, you can see the ads are ads like this, right? Where it says, Your role, Iranian abroad, is vital. The final days of the regime have arrived.
Okay, a Mossad agent is an operative for Israel's foreign intelligence services, responsible. So they basically they recruiting like CIA. They recruiting spies basically.
They use an egg, bruh. How you recruit a spy with an egg?
So I was just confused on what Mossad meant. So Mossad is like Israel's version of the CIA.
If you know someone who works in sensitive industries or centers, contacts us. Use the secure form below to contact us, etc., etc. So the text is followed by a link to a Google form, which allows potential recruits to apply as Mossad informants, promising them protection and lucrative rewards. At the center of the recruitment form is an image of a tattooed arm holding a trash bag embossed with the logo of the Islamic Republic of Iran. It reads, "Build a future, opportunities, it is right now." A separate Mossad recruitment ad was released
So they
on
using
January
Desi Bank
14th,
shit for this.
which makes explicit reference to the violent upheaval inside Iran. Now, they were able to tie this back to Desi
Whoa.
Banks
Look at his
like
face.
through several things. So if you read an ad, the Mossad has placed several recruitment ads on YouTube and other Google-owned social media platforms through Desi Banks Production LLC. Here's an example of one of the ads that were ran on the account. This is like a literal ad.
Well, my nigga, why would you do that? I don't. Okay, I'm still not 100% understanding of like why everybody mad at him for doing this. Maybe I don't know. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know everything that's going on. Y'all.
Right. That shit crazy. Who put his stuff out like this?
I could probably tell me more. But if you knew you was trying to do some shit in secret, why would you put Desi Banks Production LLC? Nigga, why you didn't call it something else? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't call that shit fucking...
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budget.
That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy thing to do.
Can it generate reports?
Maybe you ain't thought it was something crazy they were doing, bro.
Carpet. Hold on, y'all. This is my clothing brand.
I could have well I called it anything.
Wood Productions or something. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't just make a new one?
You can see the advertiser is Desi Banks Productions LLC. Now, the logical conclusion here is obviously Israel, probably cut a check to Desi Banks, probably, right? I don't know for a fact, but probably cut a check to Desi Banks to utilize their ad account. Like the possibility that Israel stole Desi Banks' ad account to utilize,
Probably
like, come on,
impossible.
bro. Like, to me, that's improbable. Desi
Yeah.
will maintain his innocence, and he will take to his social media to say that he don't know how they were able to utilize his ad account. He don't know what's going on. He has nothing to do with this at all. And he took to Twitter, and he wrote, "Stop believing BS. I hate."
I hate that this is happening to me because I don't even know what any of this is. People are really getting fooled for clickbait. I have
Hate that this is happening to me because I don't even know what any of this is. People are really getting fooled for clickbait, bro. It's not clickbait. Like, there were actual ads.
No, see, that's what.
Barely.
That's what.
I'm on YouTube. My LLC without my knowledge. How? I don't know yet.
I don't like when niggas be doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they do that to me. You feel me? Like fucking somebody could get on Instagram, on YouTube and be like, yeah, I'm the one that killed that. Nigga. And then when I title it that he killed them, y'all call it clickbait. That's what you said happened. Stupid.
Ran on your account.
What?
I have kids, and I would never in my life be involved in something like this. Someone used my LLC without my knowledge. How?
Half of what's being public is real, but my team is getting into it right now. I have no idea who's doing this.
I don't know yet. So now Desi is saying that Israel used Desi Banks LLC instead of his ad
No,
account.
no. That ain't what he said. See, I'm a real nigga. He said someone. It don't gotta be Israel. Israel could have reached out to somebody that's connected to him and used his account like that. You know what I'm saying? It could be his manager. It could be his agent. It could be that we've seen that shit happen. Far too many times for me to just hear that and be like, no, it's impossible. Like, we've seen agents and tax and accountants and managers steal money, do weird shit and behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna act like it's just impossible for that to be going on.
That they created a whole new Google ad account with Desi Banks LLC. All right, man. But my team is digging into it right now. I have no idea who's doing this or why. I have never run, approved, or had any involvement with political ads or anything in another language. My business is already working with Google to remove anything that was done without my permission and to figure out how my company name was used. Stop spreading false narratives off random posts when you don't know the truth. The whole situation.
But I will say for Desi's side though, you can't keep saying false narratives because we seen it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we seen it. Might not be you. It might be you. It might be your friend. It might be your whoever in charge of your business or your manager or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, it happened, bro. It's not no false narrative. So the report that came out said that your production company was being used. That's not a lie. Even you admitted to it. It's not a lie. So you can't keep coming on here and say, oh, false narrative, random. It's not a random post, bro. We seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's confusing and frustrating, and I'm doing everything I can to get answers. This is sucks, dog, and no, I don't deserve it. I'll be real, Desi. If you had nothing to do with it, again, I'm telling you right now, bro. If you got nothing to do with it, then check somebody on your team.
Exactly.
Right? Because the possibility that these people found you
I don't.
like to victimize, or they just found you out of everybody on earth to utilize your
Right.
LLC,
Right.
that's improbable. It
Yeah.
feels like somebody in your
Somebody on your
team, or
team for
maybe
sure.
you, probably, all right, sold out for a bag, probably sold the account for a couple. The, they pay a lot for some ish like this. Huh? To use
Hell
my ad
yeah.
account? What, 100,000, man? Here.
Right.
Not expecting for it to get out, and now it got out. All right. But now that it got out, I feel like like Desi should have probably handled this directly with Google or with them. He even showed a picture of him going to the police station to make a report. But Desi is now not only trying to get to the bottom of this, but he's also trying to control the narrative. He's setting cease and desist and threatening to sue content creators.
That's crazy.
Because they cover this. One person in particular is a YouTuber by the name of Think Peace Tribe. And here's what he had to say in regards to his back and forth with Desi Banks and his team.
The first email says, and I quote, "Dear 4Quest Doc, I'm writing on behalf of Desi Banks and Desi Banks Productions LLC regarding your videos. Desi Banks unironically has Mossad ties, and Desi Banks refuses to say Free Palestine and texted me. Published on January 22nd through the 23rd, 2026, or any other related references and dates."
So I think the reason, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is what's going on the political side of things. So I think they saying that Israel, this ain't me saying that shit. Listen, YouTube, listen to my words, okay? This is not me or the opinions of my own. This is just what I am reporting that I am hearing from other people. Now we got that out the way, okay? So they saying, I guess people are mad at Desi Banks because he's helping Israel, and some people are not on Israel's side. And they don't think that what Israel is doing is right. I have to be very careful with my words here. They don't think what Israel is doing to Palestine, they don't think that that's right. A lot of people don't.
Could be a bag though. Desi could just be getting the bag too.
Don't think that that's right. So they think that Desi Banks being in cahoots with Israel is morally wrong. That's what they think. That is the opinions of a lot of people. I'm not about to tell you my motherfucking opinion because shit. But everybody got their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the channel for that. I'm not doing. Y'all ain't taking my motherfucking channel. I ain't doing it. So yeah, I don't even talking about no motherfucking politics, but I I understand why people feel like why people would feel how they would feel though.
The content contains inaccurate and misleading statements consisting of defamatory headlines/hooks, verbal content, and screenshots attempting to link Mr. Banks or his company to activities he had no knowledge of or involvement in.
That's not defamatory though, bro. Me reporting the fact that your company was involved in an ad is not defamatory. If it's true, it's true. You can't sue me for the truth. If I get on here and say somebody got locked up or is a rumor going around, you can't sue me for that.
Mr. Banks is in contact with Google and the proper authorities to address this misuse of his business information, specifically the claims regarding Mossad recruitment ads, Google ad policy violations, and the headlines/titles and content you use are factually incorrect, misleading to the public, and may be considered defamatory. I'd like to kindly request that you immediately remove the content from your sites and socials entirely to avoid any further misinformation and legal considerations. While we do respect your right to free press and accurate reporting, please note that the content in its current form may constitute defamation or misuse of copyrighted or proprietary material, including logos, screenshots, or business identifiers belonging to Desi Banks Productions LLC. We reserve the right to pursue further legal remedies if necessary. We appreciate your attention to this matter and your cooperation. In correcting or removing content that is misleading to the public across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc., as applicable. Please confirm receipt of this request and provide an estimated time for removal. For both of the videos, Desi Banks unironically has Mossad ties, and Desi Banks refuses to say Free Palestine and texted me. Here's my response to that first email. Quote, in order for my videos to be removed, I need a detailed breakdown on what was defamation, misuse of copyrighted or proprietary material.
Because a lot of times they just gonna send you that, and they gonna 9 times out of 10, most people just gonna send you that, and they gonna 9 times out of 10, most people just gonna get scared and take it down. You know what I'm saying? But my thing about this shit is like, bro, it's already on the internet. This nigga doesn't seem like he's not. I don't know who he is, even though I'm not a person that be on TikTok. I don't know who he is. So, this shit is on national news, bro. If I type in Desi Banks, this shit is on the news, bro. It's on Complex. It's on Black Enterprise, all over Instagram, all over Facebook. You know what I'm saying? If I go to the news channel, it's on all these different news sites. Hot 97, like national news is being covered by all black media, bro. So taking down this nigga's video is not really finna.
Including logos, screenshots, or business identifiers belonging to Desi Banks Productions LLC in my videos that led you to send this email to me. Does Desi Banks Productions LLC own the messages he and I exchanged with each other on Instagram Messenger?
No.
Because frankly, those were the main images being shown in the video. I started out with showing regarding Max Blumenthal's Gray Zone news article about Desi Banks. The at Desi Banks on my Instagram story that was a tweet reacting to what Desi Banks said on Twitter about his allegations, and the messages that Desi Banks and I exchanged with each other on Instagram Messenger. Nothing in my videos are fabricated, and in my videos, I repeated our conversation word for
That nigga
word.
said
Desi
bar
Banks
for
doesn't
bar.
really have a case here.
No, he doesn't.
Like so,
No.
That nigga said bar for bar in a formal message.
first off, the barrier to defamation is already super high,
Right.
Because he's a public figure. But then you also
Right.
take into account that the Gray Zone article did come out. They did provide the receipts. They did provide
Right.
proof that
Right.
like that Desi Banks LLC, right, was being used to run Mossad commercials or Mossad ads. So if a content creator reported on that and then they gave their opinion that they believe that you were involved, to sue them for defamation in that regard will probably be tough, right? Damn near impossible. You
It's
probably
impossible,
won't
bro.
win whatsoever. Now, what I would say though, this kid continued, and he even said like, "Oh, I told you to provide me proof you was not." Well, if you're gonna, like make the accusation or say that you think that he is involved or that he did willingly do this or he was in the know-how, then the burden of proof isn't on him to prove that he's not in the know-how, it's on you to prove. So, I did have a problem with this kid saying, well, I told Desi, show me the proof. It's kind of like, nasty work, right? Especially if y'all had a conversation, to still go on and do this. It's still nasty work, but, like Desi Banks can't sue this kid. Like he has, no legal grounds to sue him whatsoever.
Bar for bar, and gave my opinions, analyses, which is protected by my First Amendment rights if this country still abides by the Constitution anyway. In between me repeating this conversation on camera, and at the
I don't
end,
really care. I don't want to read all that shit, bro.
I wonder if you have also sent similar emails to other content creators like you're trying from. Desi Banks' publicist responds back to me and says, and I quote, "Thank you for your response. We acknowledge receipt, and I'm happy to address."
You can read this shit. I'm not finna sit here and listen to this nigga read. We are asking respectfully for a voluntary. So she see how she changed it though at the end. We are asking respectfully for a voluntary.
Bro, this some crazy shit, bro. Like, ain't nothing Desi could do. He just gotta ride this one out. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's like comes to a point where it's like, why was Desi Banks going back and forth to this nigga?
Bro, I'm damn sure not hopping in no DMs of a YouTuber to explain myself. Bro, YouTubers are the thirstiest people on earth. Trust me, bro. Right? YouTubers are garbage human beings. They're not good people. A YouTuber will throw you under the bus if they can get a little bit of clout. Listen, if a us if they can get a little bit of clout. Listen, if a YouTuber can like get their big story for the day, that means making your life, inexplicably harder. They're
Right.
not gonna have mercy on you, bro.
Nope.
A YouTuber is not gonna get a message from you and then say, "Oh yeah, I talked to him. Let me pass up on 200,000 views." It's not happening, bro.
Nope.
These people are not good people. YouTubers are terrible human beings, so I wouldn't even have wasted my time with a YouTuber, bro. All right, yo, listen, Desi Banks thought having a conversation with that dude would have stopped that dude from going on YouTube. All right, and pushing the narrative to get views. It's not gonna, bro. All right, a YouTuber ain't passing up on views. All right, for your friendship, it's not happening, bro. But
I
ain't doing it either. You could call it a bad thing or whatever. I ain't doing that shit either. I ain't trying to be friends with you niggas. I got a job to do at the end of the day, you know? So it's like, shit, nigga. If you get on Instagram, just like all my videos I say all the time, if you get your ass on Instagram, pull your phone out and record yourself saying, yeah, we killed him. We did that. Yeah, we did that. Shorty, I told you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing he can do, but he gotta let this one just sit.
Y'all to stop talking about what the whoop whoop. And then I make a video about it, and in my title, it say that you did it. I'm not taking that motherfucking video down because you asked me to take it down, nigga. I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass, bro. I do reactions. I didn't just wake up and say, how could I ruin this rapper's life? How could I get this rapper arrested? I'm gonna make this video. Like, that ain't what happened, gang. Like, nigga.